Alright, welcome back to Backyard Ceramics. Today is day 11, I believe. Whew, time flies. I'm going to attempt a Raku firing today. So I'm really excited about this. Let me turn around and you can see what we've got here. Got my little baby kiln here. I've got my dead virus kiln guard back there with a light coating of borax. Sorry for all the lawnmower sounds in the background. I've got a rocket ship whistle with a heavy coating of borax, and then I've got another rocket ship whistle with just the Terra Siglata, and it got a little bit splashed on with borax, but not on the bottom, so it should be fine. There's little bits of wire. It should be fine without being stilted. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fire this. Once it gets red hot, I'll look in there and see, you know, I'll be able to peek in and see when the glaze has started to melt. Should only be about 2 hours because that's what it took last time, maybe less. I'll check it after an hour and a half, and you know, see how things are going. Then once those are red hot, I have fashioned some tongs out of a piece of metal. So these, I'll use these to reach in there and grab them. And then for reduction is what it's called when you deprive it of oxygen and the carbon that's burning blackens it. For reduction, I've got a little coffee can filled with some little pine cones, pine needles, pine twigs, that sort of thing, because that's just what I had available. I thought it would be an interesting combustion. And then enameled metal plate. So this is metal to put on top of there. I think that'll make a good enough seal that it'll actually kind of deprive it of oxygen. So I'll, you know, put a piece in there, put a piece in, cap it off, open up the kiln, get the next one. And I only have 3 pieces in there, so I'm trying not to overreach on my first attempt. I'm gonna keep this in here. It's actually sprinkling a little bit, so I'm going to keep this in here to keep it dry while that's firing, and hopefully by the time, let me keep my protective gloves out of the way too. By the time it's time to take those out and put them in the can to reduce them, hopefully it won't be raining too hard. And if it is, that's alright too, because that way my yard won't catch on fire. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Alright. It has been about an hour and a half, and I've got my camera on a tripod because this is the dangerous bit. I need to have, alright, got my metal tongs here. First thing I'm going to do is unplug the kiln because I don't want to be reaching in with metal tongs and electric coils and risk electrocuting myself. So, and I really hope this is all in view because I only get one take at this. And here's my can of combustibles. So I used pine needles since this is backyard ceramics. I figured it's from my backyard. And my little makeshift lid. And I'll need a mitten for opening the lid because there will be fire. And all right, let's see how this goes. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh boy. All right, there's the first piece. Drop it in there. You see it's starting to ignite already. Crackle the glaze a little bit, so I might have to take it out and put it in more than once. And the last piece is this little virus guy. Close that up and let it burn a little while. close that up. Some oxygen to make it burn. I don't know if my combustibles are dry enough. I thought those pine needles were pretty dry. Plenty smoky. All right. Well, next time instead of pine needles, I think I'll just use the newspaper. Balled up newspaper would probably, you know what? I've got newspaper right here. Why wait till next time? I should shred the newspaper right now. A lot less combustion than I expected. Maybe it's because the pieces I put in there were so small. I mean, they were plenty hot. Glaze was melted on them. I may have lost too much heat on the transfer into the can. Maybe I ought to just light that on fire. I don't know. Alright. We'll leave that for a bit and see what happens. Alright, we are some time later. It's been, I don't know, hour and a half maybe. I waited till that can cooled all the way until I could take these out with my bare hands. You know, they're still a little warm. And I wiped them off because there was some ash and stuff stuck to them. They didn't blacken in the cracks. Let's see, you can see how it blackened in the cracks a little bit, but not as much as I had hoped, which I think is just a matter of the pine needles I used didn't combust quite as rapidly as I thought they would. They may have been, it's raining, so it may have just been some moisture. I don't know. I'm just going to try it with newspaper next time, and I'm definitely going to do this again, because look how amazing that looks. That's pretty cool. Now this one I'm particularly pleased with, because the Terrasiglato, where that blackened, it's this like satiny black, super nice finish. And then where I dripped it, I had dripped some borax solution on this and then wiped it off, and that was enough to resist the carbon. So those orange spots are where the glaze had dripped and splattered accidentally, but I think it's just awesome. And even that has some crackles in it. Super cool looking. Very nice. And then this, whoops, it's hard to, okay. Looking at the camera and moving my hands. This little guy, really cool looking. Not as crackly as I'd hoped. In fact, I don't really see any crackles at all. I might actually redo this one next time. But for a first attempt, for a first ever try on my own of doing a Raku fire, I'm pretty stoked. The kiln cooled off, so I went ahead and put those two pieces that I had drying in there. So I'm going to plug that in and let that fire for I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. I'm not even going to bother with the cones this time, because that was not real accurate anyway. I may as well just kind of estimate it and wing it. And then next time I'll glaze and Raku fire those. So until next time. Oh, I've got to show you my dog, haven't I? All right. Can't get out of that. Look at this lazy bum. Look at this lazy bum sleeping on the bed. Do you want to see the rocket ship whistle? You gonna try it? How about this one? That one? He's not impressed. All right. Be well, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.